Hi guys, Curtis Braithwaite here for Dafasnooker.com. I'm with the Hawk himself after his 13-6 victory over Graham Dott. Bazza, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not so bad, thanks Curtis. All good.
All good, mate.
All
good
good,
man.
yeah.
Baz, tell us your thoughts on the match. I mean, like, you scored pretty well, pretty solid as usual. Raced into a 5-0 lead, didn't you, into the match?
Well, against Dot. No, I didn't go 5-0 up, mate. I was 2-0 down to Dot, actually.
That's correct. What am I talking about, mate? You see, that's what we're talking about.
We had 1 point, yeah.
You had a 5-3 lead in the match.
I had a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, that's to say after the first video, after the first little
That's
session.
it. I did go 9-3 up, but
that was it. 9-3.
Yeah. No, I mean, Dotty didn't play. Harry played against Ali in the first round, I don't think.
Yeah.
He had a little spell where last night he reeled off a few frames where he looked like he was hitting a bit of form during the match, but I managed to win a big frame last night to keep me 4 frames ahead. He would have felt a lot better going 9-7 after me winning the four frames at the first session yesterday. So it was still a tough game really. But yeah, I played solid, not vintage, but I played solid enough. So yeah, that's all we can do really.
Good man. So Stevie Maguire for you next. What's the plan between now and then?
Same as usual. Just chill out, go something to eat tonight, and then go back to the cottage where I'm staying. Just watch a bit of Prison Break tonight. I think Prison Break's back on it, so I'm back into that.
Yeah.
I'll get back and watch that at 9 o'clock. But it's actually quite good now. To be honest with you, in between games, I've been a bit bored because I've had no one up here with me.
Yeah.
So now we're playing all the time. It's non-stop. So at least I've got something to do now to keep me busy. So I'm just trying to chill out, I suppose, in between now when I play.
So the wife and the little man not coming up anytime soon, no?
No, mate. No, it's not worth them coming up. I don't think. And unless you get further on, then it's a massive occasion, obviously. So at the moment, although it can be a bit boring sometimes, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'm in snooker mode, and
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, just touching on your relationship with your coach Terry, how's things going with Terry?
Yeah, brilliant. I would say I was thinking about not having a year out, but I would have been stupid not to stay with him. So ever since I started working with him, I've been doing alright. So if it's not broken, I'm trying to fix it. So I'll stay at Terry as long as I can. Really, he's good company and he knows what he's talking about. Obviously, I'll get on really well with him. He's easy to work with, and I trust what he says.
I mean, it's a strange one for you, wasn't it? I mean, 'cause you was always a decent junior and that, and then you just don't know, when you won your first title, we just spouted you up, didn't he, immediately? And obviously you reached the Crucible final as well, won the PTC Grand Finals as well. But I mean, it was a bit of a strange one. Maybe when more tournaments came in, it really, you were one of the players that really helped, didn't you?
Yeah, for sure. At the time, I don't think before Barry took over, I think you only had about 6-7 tournaments, maybe 8 the year before that.
Yeah.
So it didn't give you enough time to. You're under so much pressure because if you lose, you ain't got another tournament for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So once all these tournaments started coming for advance, it took the pressure off a little bit, knowing that you've got plenty of opportunity to have a couple of good runs and build up some momentum and get a bit of confidence by winning matches. So it was probably the best thing in the world for me when Barry took over and started putting all these tournaments in. And I think it benefited quite a few of us, especially in the same sort of bracket as me, really. People like Joe Perry and people like Mark Davis, although he's gone off the ball a little bit the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But I think it benefited us massively, and Stuart Bingham as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, just touching on your old mate MD a minute, Smiler himself, is he actually that much of a nightmare when it comes to his food, or is it just a rumour?
No, it ain't a rumour. He's absolutely nightmare. It's always, we go for something away, it's always where he wants to go because he's so fussy. So if there's a Nando's nearby, then we're near every bloody night. So he's a fussy, but yeah, he's good company, and hopefully start getting some wins under his belt again.
Absolutely, he's a quality player, and also a bit of good news for your little clan, because Jerry Green's back on the tour as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if that's good news, is it? Oh no, only joking. No, it's brilliant news. Yeah, he's had a tough year, to be fair to him. He's had to go and get a job, get some money for the family and that. Been doing shifts at the snooker club as well to get a bit of extra cash. So he deserves it. So hopefully he can get a bit of confidence behind him, and because he's dangerous once he gets going. He's one of the best bowlers I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
So hopefully he can get some wins on his belt. Well, that's going to be tough. He's going to come up against top 64 players all the time now. So, but he's more than capable of winning, obviously.
Yeah.
So hopefully he does well in the next couple of years.
Good man. All right, Baz, I've given the fans a chance to ask you some questions, and I've got about 6 or 7 questions to fire at you, pal.
Yeah.
Firstly, this question comes from the world amateur champion himself. I'll try and pronounce his name properly. Sohail Vahidi. Sohail, if you're watching, pal, I hope I have said that right. He asks, are you aware that when you actually queue up, you actually hit half a tip lower than when you actually end? Was you aware of that, Baz?
Well, maybe a little bit. I wasn't paying too much attention, but so thank you for pointing that out. I'll be conscious of it now. No, I'm only joking. No, yeah, it's just the way I play, I suppose. But half a tip ain't that much different, so I'll take that.
But I mean, like, you're not the only player in the game to do it. I mean, there's some players that are more pronounced than like Jimmy White. He always aims, doesn't he? Right at the bottom,
to the bottom, and he goes up.
And he goes up, doesn't he? So I think
Mark King's another one who he dips at the last minute. But I think, to be honest, there's a lot of players. I think even Ronnie might do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
you know, I think it's just the way. Yeah, I don't think it's too much of a problem, to be honest with you.
Yeah, obviously not.
No, what?
Obviously not, mate.
Yeah.
Right, Jason Pegram, our good mate. You know what he's like.
Yeah.
He asks, shall I ask you the Cockney version of it, or shall I ask you the English version?
I'll do the Cockney one.
The Cockney version. He said, "Why is there no plaster on your Vera?"
Why is there no plaster? Because I grew out of it somehow. Yeah, I don't know that. I thought just one day I went in the club and I'd run out of plasters. So I thought, you know what, I'm fed up going down the shop and buying plasters for my chin. So I just started playing again without one, and I think the chin just hardened up. You know, got used to it. So yeah, I'm plaster free, which is good.
So there you go, JP. He's plaster free, mate. Jonathan Williams has just actually written in and asked, what shows do you actually follow other than Prison Break?
There's so many to name really now, but I watched all the 24. Prison Break. Donovan's another great one. There's loads of Walking Dead, which is me and the wife are banging to that. There's loads on there. Game of Thrones, all them sort of programs. So, but especially mostly the ones on Sky Atlantic as well. Are fantastic.
Yeah, great. It's
So now Prison Break's back on. It's a little bit tongue in cheek, Prison Break sometimes, but it's just so good to watch. Really, it gets you every time. Yeah.
Absolutely, pal.
Yeah.
Now, Stuart Goffarders asks, why do you think the Guildhall has been such a good venue for you in particular?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about it. I think maybe because I've just got good memories. My first ever venue that was, I think I made a quarter final. I qualified. I remember coming through one of the qualifying systems, and then I think I played James Watana in the first round there. I got to the quarterfinals, and Joe Swell actually beat me and played brilliantly. And it's weird how things stick in your mind. So maybe that had something to do with it. I've got good memories from there, and the last 2 tournaments I played there, I've won. So it must be a good place for me.
Okay. Mark Taylor asks, out of all the juniors that are on tour at the moment, who's the one you rate the most and think will come through the most?
Come through. Junior, actually on the main tour.
Yeah, on the tour at the moment.
On the tour.
Yeah.
Well, Bing Tao.
Yeah.
He's coming through already. He's he's 17 years old, I think. So there's no one younger than him, I don't think, and he's obviously the one that stands out, especially after he's been playing lately. So I said it. I see him 3 years ago when we played a tournament in China. And I said he's the one to watch because he had a similar game to Ding all round.
Yeah.
And obviously Ding Tong burst on the scene a little bit. He had a few good results.
He started ironing people out, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He just started potting balls from everywhere.
Yeah.
He's gone off the ball a little bit, but I think he's a little bit rough around the edges. Maybe he just needs to brush up on the tactical side of it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's obviously got a talent there, potting wise and scoring ability. But Bing Tao is probably a little bit more rounded at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. John Taylor asks, what's the proudest moment of your career so far?
Proudest moment? There's been a couple. Obviously reaching the world final and playing against Ronnie in the world final was probably one of the...
Barry, is that your car?
That's nice, isn't it? Someone's not happy.
I think Barry's got his car parked in the middle of the road as usual.
One of the double yellers. I think getting to the final obviously is a standout moment. Playing, especially playing Ronnie as well, the atmosphere was unbelievable. I'll never forget that really. And but winning a couple of big tournaments is obviously sticks in your mind. Winning the Grand Prix was a special moment as well. Big tournament live on ITV. And obviously the Masters final as well. I forgot about that one. Although I got absolutely bashed by Ronnie 10-1. I didn't really turn up, and so there's a couple of good memories, but they're the ones that stick out. The Masters final and World Championship. Really.
Okay, pal. Mr. Williams is wrote in and asks, have you ever played in Goffs in Ireland? And does Ireland need a new ranking event? Well, John, let me just answer the second part of that question. There is a new Irish event which Mark King won this year, pal. But I'll ask Barry if he's ever played at Goffs in Ireland.
No, I haven't. No.
Barry, you've got to move this car, bro. What's happening here, man?
The bus driver's gone mad. I've never played in Goffs, but from all accounts, I've heard it's fantastic. I think I played at a City West hotel or something like that once when they had a tournament there.
Yeah.
But I'd love to have the chance to play there. I think they had a Legends tour there, didn't they? And I think they get well supported. So if there's a chance in the future that I can play there, then I'll snip it.
Adam Smith asks, what needs to be done to improve development of snooker with the youth in this country?
That's a good question, actually. I think you're definitely right. The amateur game is suffering a bit. I think it probably needs more funding, get more interest somehow, getting people into the snooker clubs. Although there's not as many about as there used to be. It's more professional at the moment. It's all like academies and things like that. So some investment into grassroots level somehow. I think they're working hard to try and boost it. Jason Ferguson and people like that. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but I always see things on social media, what they're doing behind the scenes and that with the Quant Foundation and all a load of other stuff, trying to get people into the clubs and youngsters playing again. So only time can tell really. I think they're working hard to try and improve it, but it definitely needs a boost.
Right, guys, I'm going to have Barry probably for maybe a couple more minutes, guys. You've got your last few chances to write some questions in. Basil, I've got a question for you, which is definitely got a lot of the top players talking about. I want your top 10 players of all time in order.
In order? Well,
in order,
mate. I'll name some players that I think are in my top 10, obviously. Well, up there is going to... This ain't in no particular order.
Okay.
This is just going to be my top 10.
Top 10, alright. Cool.
Jimmy's up there straight away because he's the reason why I started playing snooker. He was my favourite when I was youngster, and he still is one of my favourites. Obviously Steve Davis, Stephen Hendry, that's 3. Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins, Mark Williams, that's 6 there, isn't it? So there's so many players, isn't it? I don't want to miss out anybody like from the old one. They're the main ones at the moment. You've got to go by people that have won the most ranking tournaments as well, I suppose, like Selby now, Neil Robertson,
Steve Hendry.
I said Hendry already, didn't I?
Oh, you mean
I did. I saw Hendry.
I think it's 7 times out, couldn't we?
I know, exactly. I can't leave that out. Oh God. More players out. I think like maybe Paul Hunter as well. Who else has won the most tournaments? There's loads of people. Ding. Yeah, perfect. Definitely. Yeah, and closely followed by me. No, I'm joking.
Good man.
No chance.
Basil, it's strange because like all the players I've asked, it seems to me like the top 6 generally pick themselves. People say Ronnie, Hendry, Higgins, Davis, Williams, Selby. And then it seems from 7, 8, 9 and 10, there's so many discrepancies there.
There's too many names to put in a hat. People that are on 11, 12 ranking titles. I've done that because I'm not really a snooker statistic person. Neil Robertson would read off loads of things. I think he loves all them sort of statistics and like. So I don't follow it too much, but there's some great players out there, isn't it?
Neil Taylor asks, when you're back home, who are your regular practice partners?
Jerry is my main practice partner. I play him nearly every day. Obviously not last year because he was off the tour, so I missed him there. But Mark Davis, Jimmy Robertson. I used to go and play Joe Perry a little bit, but we're so busy now. It's a bit of a drive really to him. It's like a good hour and a half really, and there and back on the day is a bit too much. So sometimes I'll stop there on the way through to a qualifying tournament, but but not very often now. So that's it really. Them 3 players, and I'll practice for a couple of days with Selby before this tournament, which was a massive favour because obviously Jerry not being in the World Championship, no one's practicing. Joe and Mark being beaten in qualifying, they wasn't playing, so I had no one to practice with. So it was a massive help really, me going to practice with Selby for a couple of days.
Mark, just talking about Selby and obviously being at the top of the game and whatnot, but just spark Selby aside, just giving you a chance to plug your new sponsors, K Sports. What's that about?
Well, it's they're trying to become a brand. They're a sports academy.
Cool.
Not far from where I live. It used to be just like a social club, working men's club really, with I think we've got 28 acres there, or 26
wow.
acres. It's a big space, yeah. So this company come in and bought the place, the land and everything, and they turned it into like a state-of-the-art sports academy with like 3G pitches, hockey pitches, new gym
wow.
going in, new sports hall, and all new squash courts and things like that. Got a bar there, a function room, which they they've had weddings there now as well. So yeah, they've got big plans, and they're actually looking at a couple of other sites as well to broaden out a little bit. So yeah, no, I'm just worked out perfect for me because I've been a local lad.
Yeah.
They thought it was a perfect opportunity really to get involved with me, and yeah, I'm pleased they did, and yeah, no, I hope long may it continue. Yeah,
onwards and upwards.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right, guys, we've kept Baz here long enough. He's going to meet his coach in a bit and probably go for a bit of dinner. So we're going to let him go and chill out. But Baz, all of us at Dafasnooker.com, I want to wish you the very best for the rest of the tournament.
Cheers.
And good luck against Maguire.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Baz.
Thanks.